Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Soul Talk with Kilfox, and this morning we're going to do a quick general tarot card collective reading to see what's in our energy, what do we need to look out for, what do we need to become aware of, those types of things. All right, and so we're going to go ahead and get on into it with my Rider-Waite deck. All right, so far we've got the King of Wands, the Eight of Wands in reverse, the Page of Swords in reverse, and the Hermit is here. There's someone here who has been very patient for their ships to come in. It required a whole lot of thought and investigation into something. And that's what they've been waiting on, for something to close out, some investigation. We've got the Eight of Cups here. Over some kind of lie. It's like, this could be something like where somebody owns a company, right? And unbeknownst to them, one or more of their employees that work underneath them have been running some type of illegal activity. But the actual owner is not aware of this, or wasn't. I mean, they're aware of this now, obviously, but it's, they had to allow some things to play out. They had to take some hits financially. They had to go quiet. They had to go dark, make it like they, died, basically, so that the culprits of the ring, the leaders, could be identified. But as you can see here, he or she, whoever this is not dead. They're not gone by any means. In fact, it looks like it's time to head back. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here. Yep. So everything's being put back into its place. Everything's been sorted out. So now this hermit, like, they're not going to be in anyone's physical presence, but they will be, like, how should I put it? They're going to be available for any necessary witness or testimony stuff, And I'm really getting that they really thought this person, like, died or ran off or disappeared, We've got the Hangman here. Yeah. But I think there's already been rumors that this person isn't dead, because I think the thing is, they sent someone after this person, and they were supposed to follow through with something that would kill this person. Okay, but it wasn't successful because something about, they knew this was gonna go down and happen, so they plotted, how should I put it? They were ready, right? They knew this attack was going to happen, and so they were going to use it to their advantage to make people actually believe that they're dead. We've got the Five of Cups in reverse and the Moon in reverse here. Yeah, everything's getting reversed. Everything they thought was true and real is not. Just like they did to this person, right? This person's just sitting back thinking he's got a beautiful business going and everything like this and that, and all of a sudden he starts losing money, and he's like, what the hell? And then they start this investigation. They can't hide anymore with this moon in reverse. Them, their actions, none of it can be hidden. Everyone revealed their true colors while this man was thought to be dead. We've got the Ten of Swords here. Yep, I'm telling you, as soon as this Wheel of Fortune hit up here, you see everything change. You see all the proof coming out. You see all the karma turning around. And believe you me when I tell you this, like these people who thought they were getting away with this, you were made to believe that shit because you're stupid. We have the Tower here. Alright, so what does this Tower bring into us? I mean, we kind of already know, right? Let's see where this one headed. We've got the Six of Swords in reverse. They cannot escape. They cannot run. Like any plans that they had, any fake IDs and everything that they set aside is going to be absolutely useless because they will not be allowed to run. And and let me just say this, they are trying to give people the opportunity to run because when they run, that makes it what? 10 times worse. That's even more stuff on their plate that they get to prosecute against. Damn. People don't care, man. They'll be in trouble for things and they even when they're caught, they still think they can get away with something. It's the dumbest shit, bro. We've got co-worker here in the reverse. So yeah, this is definitely somebody who this man considered to be loyal to the company, who thought they were taking care of the company, and they weren't. They were taking advantage and stealing and ruining the reputation of not just the company, but of this owner, this man. Prostitution here. Yeah, I was gonna say, but I didn't want to speak it until the cards spoke it. But there's something about this might be some type of construction company, real estate company that invests into building and shit like this. But the workers have been running this prostitution ring. But it's not just. We're not talking about adult consenting prostitution. We're talking about underage trafficking. And they set them up in these little campers or RVs around the project site where that has been, guarded off. People saying it's dangerous to step in there, so it deters cops and stuff like that from going in and investigating that kind of thing. But the cops are involved anyway. Psychological warfare in the reverse. Yeah, they weren't able to trick this owner. Because I from what I understand, the owner did have like a confrontation with these people, which, like I said, everyone behind the scenes, the detectives, the investigators, they knew that by this person confronting these people, that there was going to be a hit put out on them, right? Like this literally was a part of the entire fucking plan. But again, they had to wait and become witness to and or record all the things that go on, right? Surveillance, because when we take people down, we take them all the way the fuck down. And, in all fairness, everyone deserves a chance to redeem themselves, to turn themselves around, in the face of knowing that things are not going to turn out the way they planned. They deserve that. Everyone deserves that. But, they let it go too far. Friend in reverse. But this betrayal is going to work in the end for everybody, because you know, this saves so many people who are being trafficked. This saves so many other victims. Because what I understand is not only was this going down within this company, but the people who are putting this into place are associated with other people who are doing the same fucking thing to other people's companies. What else do you have for us, universe? What do we need to become aware of at this time? We've got the Ten of Swords again. Bro, these people are really truly in some deep shit here. When I say they are completely immobile, they are completely immobile. No matter what they do, what they say, where they go, they're being watched. They're being recorded. Again, this is all to balance the scales here. Now, unfortunately, with the other companies, from what I understand, other companies going through this, because of the way this played out, they've used different methods. So instead of like taking a hit on this person, like to kill them or whatever, they will put substances and stuff in their food, in their drink, that will knock them out and or make them become addicted to substance abuse, right? That's another method that they use to take over that person's business so that they can claim that, oh, you know, this person's all fucked up, they're on the streets, they're blah, 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 when really they were chased out of where they were from. They were poisoned, they were drugged. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not an isolated incident, this is not an isolated group. The whole collective that has been doing this was going down. That's why this has taken years. For some people, this has taken decades. For others, not so long. But I would say those would be the ones considered the lucky ones because they haven't had to wait it out for as long. But the ones who have waited it out, like they're the true heroes here. They basically gave up their life to go into complete isolation to be able to allow this stuff to play out and for these people to get caught. We've got the Two of Swords here. They don't, right now, from what I understand, these group of conspirators, they're absolutely clueless in terms of what's about to happen. Like, they finally hit the point where, like, they're afraid to do anything. They're afraid to say anything. They're afraid to go anywhere because they don't know what's going to happen. Because everything that's been turned around was completely took them off guard, which is the point, right? That was the goal. We've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. Everything being stolen is being taken back. Plus more, right? Because they owe way more than that. I mean, when you're dealing with human trafficking and shit like that, oh boy. No. That ain't gonna fly. Got the Six of Wands here. This is going to be known in the media across the globe. Because this is not a local issue, this is not a federal issue, this is literally an international issue. Okay? These methodologies are being used across the globe. Okay? Because they're not just trafficking humans, they're trafficking drugs as well. Shit ton of other things. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and close us out with our angel deck. What would you like us to know and be aware of at this time, universe, as we close this reading? We have the Star here. think this was the first one that I pulled out of this deck, the last reading that I did. That's really cool. And I was also talking about international crimes. But I feel this reading is mostly for those who have been forced out of their homes, forced out of their businesses, those who are still in the thick of it, like confusion-wise, not understanding how all this happened, why all this happened, and who did this to them. Because this kind of shit requires the cooperation of what? Family and friends. They cannot get away with the shit unless they cooperated with family and friends. And so we need to identify these people. We got the Temperance in reverse. The Magician is here. Yeah, the true magician. Like, I don't know who this original guy was that took this hit, but man, he's the real magician here. Because he definitely has been working to help other companies investigate as well and work on their teams. Like, he hasn't just been sitting behind the scenes and being quiet and hiding out and, you know, twiddling his thumbs, right? That's not him. This is not that kind of person. That would have driven him crazy. So he has been a part of these other investigations into these other companies and helping these guys out. We've got the Hangman here, yes. And everyone's about to find this out. All of this is about to come to light. Dead man walking. It's gonna shock the world, bro. Like, the people closest to this man who thought he's been dead for decades is gonna be fucking crazy when it gets revealed. Yeah. People are going to be talking. People are going to be talking. They're going to be fucking scared. You see this person here? Looking all sneaky, like, you know, oh boy, it's coming. It's coming. Well, that's a beautiful reading. I'm very, very happy that the shit is coming to a close. I can't tell you, you know, when I moved out to Texas, how many people, because I will sit and I will talk to homeless people. Because I want to know the story. How did they end up there? Like, what happened? And I can't tell you. Like, I spoke to 3 people, the first 3 people, homeless people that I spoke to in Baytown, Texas. All of them had the same exact story. That they have businesses worth over hundreds of thousands of dollars and they were pushed out. They were pushed onto these substances. And all of them admit that their family was involved in all of it. Now, one guy in particular, kind of feel like he kind of did deserve it because he failed to take care of his family, and I feel like his wife just had to do what she had to do, you know, to ensure that the babies were taken care of. But, you know, even that, I think, she took it too far. Like, instead of, like, just getting out of there like she was supposed to, she decided to steal things from all of these people, and so she became somewhat of this queen pin. But anyway, I'm very, very glad that this is almost over with. Because that's so sad, that's so painful, that's so hurtful, hateful, and that's the point that humanity has gotten to. We've become so egotistical and so narcissistic that we are willing to murder people to have what they have. Instead of just fucking working for it yourself, right? Like, god damn it. Fucking lazy ass motherfuckers. Anyway, thanks you guys so much for sharing in this reading with me. I greatly appreciate it. If you do feel so led, please leave a like, share, subscribe, or comment, because all of that helps us to get these messages across. I love you guys, and until next time, stay cool.